Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on a Gemini Jets Air France Airbus A380-800 in a 1/200 scale model. I purchased this model from Airline Museum and their website address is www.airlinemuseum.com. But first, before I go into details about this particular aircraft model, please allow me first to share you some information about the history of Air France and how they came about and still operating strongly as we speak, if you would please. Air France is a French-based airline that was formed on October 7, 1933 from a series of mergers of Air Orient, Air Union, Compagnie Generale Aéropostale, Compagnie Internationale de Navigation Aérienne, and Société Générale de Transport Aérien. Air France is currently the world's 21st oldest operating airline based on foundation date and is considered the national flag carrier airline for the country of France, as well as the country's largest operating airline based on fleet size as well as number of destinations served. Whereas the headquarters of Air France, along with its global hub and main base of operations, is located on the grounds of Paris's Charles de Gaulle Airport, which is located approximately 14 miles northeast of the city center section of Paris, France, in the Paris suburb of Tremblay in France. Air France also has another operating hub that's located on the grounds of Orly Airport, which is located approximately 8.1 miles south of Paris, France, in the Paris suburb of Orly. And the focus city hubs of Air France are located at Nice Airport, located in Nice, France, Marseille Airport, located in Marion, France, Lille Airport, located in Colombier, Sangues, France, Toulouse Blagnac Airport, located in Blagnac, France, and Bordeaux Merignac Airport, located in Merignac, France. As of December 2021, or at the time of this video review posting, Air France currently flies to 211 destinations in 93 countries across Europe, Africa, Asia, North America, South America, and Oceania, with an operating fleet of 213 aircraft with no unfulfilled orders pending on this particular aircraft, as this aircraft is no longer operating in the Air France fleet at the time of this video review posting. Also, as of December 2021, or at the time of this video review posting, Air France is one of 59 airlines in the world of aviation that currently operates as a certified 4-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine, and the Airbus destination code for Air France for this particular aircraft was 61. Alright everyone, let's take a look at the front of the box here. It's mostly blue here, which I kind of like, impressive. You see the Air France title along with the red strip, the computer generated picture of the aircraft type, as well as the scale model information you see at the front of the box. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the box, and what you see there is painted in dark blue. We see the Air France title along with the red strip, the aircraft type, the scale model information, and then there's some more information down at the lower part of the box. You can pause and read all that if you like. In the meantime, I'm going to keep this moving. Alright, now you're looking at the left side of the box, and what you see at the left side of the box is the Air France title along with the red strip by the Air France title, the computer generated picture of the aircraft type, along with the registration ship number you see on the left side of the box. Sorry about that. Correction, that was the top of the box you were looking at. I apologize for that. But now what you're looking at is the bottom of the box. The same information at the top of the box I showed you earlier on. Okay. Alright, now you're looking at the left side of the box. What you see is the Air France title along with the red strip, the computer generated picture of the aircraft type, as well as the scale model information you see on the left side of the box. Now you're looking at the right side of the box, the same information on the left side of the box as well as the top and the bottom part of the box I showed you earlier on. Alright. Now you're looking at this humongous model stand that actually came to model. It's pretty metal, to say the least. See that? And then you see the black pattern right here on top of the model stand. The sole purpose of that black pattern, everyone, is that black pattern not only protects your model, it also prevents from being damaged or scratched when you put your model on this particular model stand. Alright. All right, now you're looking at this plastic bag here. What you see in this plastic bag are the gear replacement doors, featuring the two little toothpicks you see there inside that plastic bag that for the substitute for these gear replacement doors. Please stay tuned as I go into detail for the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors for this particular aircraft model. All right. All right. With all that information out of the way about the history of Air France and how they came about and still operating strongly despite what's going on as we speak, plus all the details here at the front of the box as well as the back of the box, plus the big model metal model stand that actually came with the model, plus the gear replacement doors and see that plastic bag there. With no further ado, everyone, here is the actual model. Let's check it out. There it is, everyone, the Gemini Jets Air France Airbus A380-800 in a 1/200 scale model. All right, allow me to go into details about this livery scheme you see on this particular aircraft model, if you would please. This is the current livery scheme of Air France, which is actually called the Eurowhite livery scheme in actuality, which comprises of a white fuselage with the blue Air France Billboard title and design. The tailfin is also white as well as with a series of parallel blue and red lines across the tailfin at an angle that features a small European flag that's displayed on top of the tailfin, as this livery has been in use since the 1970s. However, on January 7, 2009, to coincide with Air France's new logo, a new livery scheme was unveiled, and shortly thereafter, Air France unveiled their new livery scheme on February 11, 2009. And the only difference between this livery scheme and the previous livery scheme is number one, the livery on the tail fin was slightly changed. This current livery now has 3 blue stripes on the tail fin versus the previous livery scheme, which had 4 blue stripes on the tail fin. And number two, the Air France title font was slightly changed as well. The title font is slightly thinner, featuring a red stripe in front of the Air France Billboard title. Everything else about the Eurowhite livery scheme remains pretty much intact. So, with all that information out of the way about this particular livery scheme, let's get down to the nitty gritty and allow me to show you all the details on this aircraft model. Shall we? Let's check it out. Alright, we're going to start at the front of the aircraft here on the port/left side, where you see the front nose gears, the nose gear struts, the nose gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on there, JB. See the pitot tubes and the static ports, the radome nose cone. There's more pitot tubes, and then there's the windshield wipers and the cockpit window. Please stay tuned as I go into detail. I'm going to show you a better vision view later on in the review. Please stay tuned for that part. But then right below the cockpit windows and right around the pitot tubes is the Air France/KLM decal, which is this decal right here. And Air France merged with KLM Royal Dutch Airlines on May 5, 2004 and formed the Air France-KLM Alliance, which is incorporated under French law, which its headquarters is located in Paris, France. However, despite the merger between the two carriers, KLM and Air France still continue to fly under their distinct brand name and identity. And then you're looking at the SkyTeam logo that sits between the cockpit windows and the L1 entrance door, which is this little decal right here. Air France became a member of the SkyTeam Alliance along with Aero Mexico, Delta, and Korean Air as one of the 4 founding members on June 22, 2000, which consists of 19 airline members from 5 inhabited continents. And then you see the Air France Billboard title right there, along with the Air France stripe right there that I mentioned earlier. And then there's the inboard landing lights right there on the edge of the wings. I'm going to let you see a front view of those momentarily. But right there between the windows in the first class section is the Airbus A380 decal. Air France became the first European operator as well as the 4th operator overall after Singapore Airlines, Emirates, and Qantas respectively that acquired this prestigious state-of-the-art super jumbo jetliner aircraft, as Air France took delivery of its very first of 10 Airbus A380-800s that the French-based carrier had placed orders for back on June 18, 2001, and received their very first Airbus A380-800 super jumbo jetliner aircraft, which bared the registration ship number F-HPJA on October 30, 2009, and took delivery of their 10th and final Airbus A380-800 super jumbo jetliner aircraft, which bared the registration ship number F-HPJJ on June 23, 2014, and the French carrier's official inaugural Airbus A380 flight took place on November 23, 2009, when it was officially inaugurated and utilized on their Paris to New York JFK route as Air France Flight AF380. Air France previously at one time registered and operated as many as 10 Airbus A380-800s in their fleet, as Air France was actually planning to retire their entire Airbus A380-800 fleet, which was originally scheduled by the end of 2022. But unfortunately, Air France announced on May 20th, 2020 that it would accelerate the retirement of their entire Airbus A380-800s from its fleet with immediate effect after flying a total of 40,000 flights and 18 million passengers worldwide during its entire duration in the Air France fleet. And the last Air France Airbus A380 passenger revenue service flight actually took place on March 23, 2020, when it flew from OR Tambo International Airport in Johannesburg, South Africa, to Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, France as Air France Flight AF995, and the farewell flight actually took place on June 26, 2020 as Air France Flight AF380, as this aircraft was one of the airline's official flagship jetliners for the Paris-based carrier during its 10-year duration at Air France, as this aircraft has since been replaced with the carrier's Boeing 777-300ERs at the time of this video review posting. Alright, we're still on the port side of the aircraft, and what you land the lower part of the fuselage is underneath the wing, these big massive engines you're looking at here. And these are the Engine Alliance GP7270 turbofan type engines that was used on this particular Air France Airbus A380-800 super jumbo jetliner aircraft, as Air France became the first airline that began using these type of engines on their Airbus A380-800 super jumbo jetliner aircraft. You also see the engine cones right there, as well as right there. You also see the engine lip, the front of the engine right here, as well as there. Now I'm going to turn this aircraft model around and let you check the front of the engines, and we're going to find out if the turbofan blades do spin. Let's check it out. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the port slash left side, featuring the engine strike slash air deflectors here and there as well. We're going to see now, we're going to find out if the engine fan blades do spin. Let's check the outer engines here. Yep, so far so good. That one spins. Let's check out this one. So far so good. Perfect. And then you slide over this way and you look at the inboard landing light inside the wings there on the edge of the wing right there, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears here that feature the landing gear struts, as well as the landing gear door. And then there's the center bogey gear you're looking at there as well. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the starboard slash right side of the aircraft, featuring the air deflectors as engine strikes there as well, right there too. Then let's check out the fan blade spin on this side here as well. Yes, they do. Perfect. The engine blades here. Perfect. And then you slide over this way. You see the inboard landing light on this side of the aircraft right there. It's painted though, but it's realistic in detail. And then you got the front visual view of the landing bogey gears on this side of the aircraft. It features the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors, and then there's the center landing bogey gears on this side of the aircraft there as well. Alright, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft where you got a better visual of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers. You see the pitot tubes right below the windshield wiper and the cockpit windows, and then there's the radome nose cone, and then there's the front nose gear door, the landing gear lights inside of the nose gear door, the landing gear strut, as well as the front visual view of the front landing gears. Alright. Alright, now you're still looking at the engines here on the port slash left side, and what you see on these engines is the Group Air France logo, which is displayed on the engine column, which is this logo here, as well as there. Upon its formation in 1933, Air France adopted the seashore logo of its predecessor, Air Orient, which is known by another name as Epel Campanelli, as its insignia. However, after the 2009 livery change makeover, this logo was reallocated and eventually painted on all of their engines. You can see these on all the engines that's flying today. Alright. All right, now you got a better visual view of the outer landing bogey gears here on this side of the aircraft. Features the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear door. And then there's the center bogey gear right there as well. Features the landing gear struts. And the landing gear doors, they're not on here, but they're on there though. All right. All right, now you're looking at the wingtip fence on this aircraft on the port side with this little device right here. And this high-tech wingtip device is actually called a wingtip fence. And the sole purpose of this wingtip device, is to maximize as well as to increase efficiency at the same time by reducing vortex interference with laminar airflow near the tips of the wing while moving the confluence of low pressure / overwing and high pressure / underwing air away from the surface of the wings of this particular aircraft. And then you see the dual red navigation light you see there on the edge of the wing there as well. All right, we're at the back of the aircraft here on the port side, and right below the windows, the economy class windows, is the actual registration ship number, Foxtrot - Hotel Papa Juliet Bravo. Registration ship number Foxtrot - Hotel Papa Juliet Bravo. This was the second Air France Airbus A380-800 Super Jumbo Jetliner aircraft that entered the carrier's fleet. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on June 2nd, 2009 and was delivered to Air France on February 10th, 2010. This aircraft was also the very first Air France Airbus A380-800 Super Jumbo Jetliner aircraft that was withdrawn from the Air France fleet on December 31st, 2019. Then was flown to the Dresden Airport Aircraft Storage Facility in Dresden, Germany on January 2nd, 2020, where it remained stored up at until it was finally flown to the Ireland West Airport Knock Aircraft Storage Facility in Knock County, Mayo, Ireland on February 20th, 2020, where this aircraft is in the process of becoming scrap at the time of this video review posting. All right, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft, and what you see is the tail fin, and what you're also looking at the tail fin is the Air France logo that's displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft, which is this logo right here. This particular logo resembles that of the country's national flag of France, where Air France currently operates from as the country's national flag carrier airline. And then you see the European flag decal is right inside that blue right here. This flag decal represents the ideals of unity, solidarity, and harmony among the peoples of Europe, okay? And then looking at the APU exhaust hole right here, auxiliary power unit exhaust hole, there's a hole right there. And then there's the strobe light right there, sits by the APU exhaust hole, as well as the entire aircraft from the rear view angle. There it is, everyone, the Air France Airbus A380-800 from the rear view angle. All right, now you're looking at the front of the aircraft here on the starboard / right side of the aircraft, where you see the front nose gears, the nose gear struts, the nose gear door featuring the partial registration ship number on there, Juliet Bravo. See the pitot tubes, the static ports, the radome nose cone, the pitot tubes, the windshield wipers, the cockpit window, the Air France / KLM decal, the SkyTeam logo, the Air France title along with the red strip we see there, the Airbus A380 decal, the front cargo container loading door, as well as the inboard landing lights you see right there. All right, now you're looking at the these engines on this side of the aircraft. As I mentioned earlier, they are the engine aligned GP7270 turbofan type engine, big massive engines. See the engine cones there, and then you see the engine lip there, and then you see the Group Air France / Seashore logo on the engine columns there and there as well. They're on the other side of the aircraft. I'll show them at a different time of the review, okay? All right, now you're looking at the wingtip device, better known as the wingtip fence, on this side of the aircraft here. And then you see the dual green navigation light displayed on the edge of the wing on this side of the aircraft. Now you got a better visual view of the outer bogey gears here on this side of the aircraft. Features the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear door. And then you see the triple landing bogey gears on this side of the aircraft. Feature the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors up in there somewhere. All right. All right, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the registration ship number that sits below the economy class windows right there. You see the bulk bin door right there, the AFT bulk bin door, as well as the rear cargo container loading door, as well as the Air France logo and the European flag decal displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft as well. Let's check that out. There it is, the Air France logo, and then there's the European flag decal right there, and then there's the APU auxiliary power units also there as well. Okay, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, please allow me to let you check out one feature, which is the rolling gears. Let's check out and see if they roll. Oh, they roll pretty good, all right. It does tilt, as you can see there. And the front nose gears swivel as well. There you go, right there. So with no further ado, everyone, allow me to show you this aircraft from the aerial bird's eye view. Let's check it out. All right, now you're looking at this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. We're going to start at the front, where you see the radome nose cone, the pitot tubes, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows. See a high frequency antenna. You see the Wi-Fi box antenna. You see the dual anti-collision beacon lights. Another high frequency antenna. Another high frequency antenna, and then there's the vertical stabilizer known as the tail there. And then there's the horizontal stabilizer with the little black dot right there, along with the warning information, as well as over here. See the black dot over there? That little black dot you see on the horizontal stabilizer are called the illuminator lights, and the sole purpose of these illuminator lights is to light up this tail here when it used to fly during nighttime. Now let's check out the engines and the wings. You see the engines right there underneath. You see the Air France Seashore logo there as well as the wings underneath with the warning information, including the flap, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve you see right there, as well as the wingtip fence, the wingtip device on this side of the aircraft. Now let's check out the engines and wings on this side. You see the Seashore logo there, as well as over there as well, including the wings with the warning information, includes the flap, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve right there, as well as the wingtip fence, wingtip device you see on this side of the aircraft as well. All right, now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft. We're gonna start at the front here. The radome nose cone, the crew escape hatch door, the nose gear door, the nose gear. You see the couple of high frequency antennas there. You see the anti-collision beacon light, the hole where the stand goes in at, the center bogey gears, the Gemini Jizz logo, a couple more antennas there. The ABU housing doors underneath, the horizontal stabilizers underneath. Now let's check out the center bogey gears here first. There, tilt pretty good. Now let's check out the outer the outer gears here. Sorry about that. There, and then you see the engines right there with the Seashore logo on the engine columns there I mentioned earlier, as well as the wings underneath that features the flap, slats, aileron spoilers, fuel dump valve, registration ship number, as well as the lower part of the wingtip fence, wingtip device. Now let's check out the gears over here. Yeah, gears pretty good. See the engines right here with the Seashore logo there, as well as the wings underneath, flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you. Let's see. Fuel dump valve. And there's the lower part of the wingtip fence, wingtip device you see on this side of the aircraft as well. All right, since I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, now I'm going to put on that big old humongous model stand that actually came with the model. So with no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the stand. Let's check it out. Alright, fine, got this model on the stand with no problem, no hesitation, as you see it being displayed in the takeoff landing position, being viewed from the port side of the aircraft. Now you're looking at this model on the stand being viewed in the takeoff landing position, that's being viewed from the front view angle. Alright, now you see this model being displayed on the stand in the takeoff landing position, being viewed from the starboard side of the aircraft. And finally, you see in this model being displayed on the stand, being viewed in the takeoff landing position, being viewed from the tail cam angle. Alright, before I take this model to stand, I got it at this angle for a reason, and the reason is the magnetic gears that actually came off the model. So I'm going to go ahead and take them all, starting with the front nose gear. You see this right here, there. The bogey gears here on this side of the aircraft, the center bogey gear, there. Oh, sorry about that. The outer bogey gear on the starboard side there, as well as the center bogey gear on this side there as well. Alright, since I got all the gears off here, I'm going to let you see this model at a different angle in flight mode position without the gears, with the model on the stand. Let's check it out. Now you're seeing this model being displayed with the model on stand being viewed in flight mode position. Now you got one or two options how you want to display your model from this point on. If you want to continue to display it this way without the gears in gear up position, that's fine. You know, these gear replacement doors I showed you earlier, that's the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors. So you can substitute your model while you display your model like this in flight mode position. Or you can just do like I do, just keep it in the gear down position. That's the other option. Gears up, gear down, that's your choice, but I choose to keep mine on there because it adds more value to the model. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and put these gears back on this model, take this model off the stand, and go in and wrap up this model review. Alright, let's talk about the seating configuration. The Air France Airbus A380-800 Super Jumbo Jetliner aircraft seated 516 passengers in a 4-class configured cabin layout. Here's the breakdown, everyone, from rows 1 to 3, which is the main deck, which will be about from here to here. You had 9 Love Premier open suites, rows 60 to 73, which is the upper deck, which was from here to about right here. You have 80 business class live flatbed seats, rows 81 to 85, which is also the upper deck, which will be from here to about right here. You have 38 premium economy class seats, rows 10 to 52, which is the main deck, which will be from here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft. You had 363 economy class seats, rows 88 to 94, which will be from about right here all the way back to the rear of the aircraft there on the upper deck. You had another 26 economy class seats, which brought the total of 389 economy class seats, sorry about that, which brought the actual total to 516 seats. And finally, Air France previously utilized their Airbus A380s from its main operating base hub at Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris, France, to worldwide destinations such as Atlanta, Georgia, Abidjan, Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, Dubai, United Arab Emirates, Hong Kong, London Heathrow, Los Angeles, California, Mexico City, Mexico, Montreal, Miami, Florida, New York, JFK, Johannesburg, South Africa, San Francisco, California, Shanghai, Pudong, Singapore, Changi, Tokyo, Narita, and Washington, Dulles. Well, everyone, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting it, if you can find it. If you can find it, I highly recommend you snatch it up, because the only outside chance of getting this model now as we speak is on eBay. So with that said, please take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. Peace.